Time for another video for you. Today I would like to introduce you to a useful accessory. It is especially interesting for those of you who shoot with analog cameras, be it with a central shutter or a focal plane shutter. Many of these cameras are decades old. Perhaps you have fallen in love with a model, cherish it and take care of it, but you have the feeling that the set shutter speed does not match the sound of the shutter. You think, strangely, that was not a quarter of a second, but a whole second? Or you can see from your negatives or slides that they are too bright or too dark and you are sure that you have exposed them correctly. Or maybe you just want to test your latest camera purchase and see if the shutter speeds are right. Then there's a great tool for you. The company Filmomat offers a probe for very little money that can measure the shutter speed of your camera in combination with the free software. The only requirement is that the shutter must be visible from the front and back of the camera, so that you can see through it when you set the camera to a slow shutter speed or bulb and release the shutter. The software is available for both Apple and Android. The manufacturer also offers the probe USB-C and lighting connection. A small manual is included, and help with interpreting the measurement results is available here in the video or on the manufacturer's website. Here you can see the small photodiode, which you can either connect directly to the jack of your smartphone or use the adapters mentioned above. You will also need the Shutter Speed app, which is available for free in the Google Play or Apple App Store. Then connect the photodiode to the adapter, if necessary, and the adapter to your smartphone. Here is how I check the shutter speed of my beloved Voigtlander Bessematic CS. You will need a strong light source for the test. I am using a small LED light here. The rear back of the camera is opened. Place the light source directly in front of your lens. Here you can see the test setup without the measurement. After this dry run, open the app and place the sensor directly in front of your shutter. Make sure that you do not touch the sensitive shutter blades or the shutter cloth and that you do not damage them. Start the app by pressing the red button. You must press the trigger within 3 seconds to take a measurement. The Shutter Speed app gives you a number of options. You can create cameras in the app to which you want to assign your measurements. The measurements will then be assigned to the selected camera. To do this, click Camera Manager and enter a name of your choice. Then click the Add button. If you have several identical models, add the serial number. This is how the shutter speed measurement looks like from the application's point of view. The measurement has been started. The measurement must have taken place during the sequence of the red bar shown here. The app shows you the result immediately. In this case, the shutter delivered a time of 1/193rd of a second. However, you still need to tell the application the shutter speed used to interpret the result. You can select a shutter speed range from a 500th of a second to 1 second. In this example, I selected a shutter speed of a 500th of a second on the camera and took the measurement. I set this in the application after the measurement. The measured shutter speed of 1/193rd of a second means a deviation of about plus 1.3 f-stops. A photo would have been overexposed by 1.3 f-stops. Of course, you should repeat the measurement with such a deviation. Unfortunately, the application only saves the last exposure reading for each selected shutter speed. If you take another exposure with the same shutter speed, the previous result will be overwritten. Alternatively, you can create the same camera model in the application several times, if you are interested in the course of the measurement. If you now open the Camera Manager again and select a camera, you will see the corresponding measurement results. A possible deviation of the actual value from the target value is also displayed under Core. In this case it is -4. This means a deviation of 4 by 1/3 of an aperture. To obtain a correctly exposed image, the aperture must be closed further. This means the aperture must be smaller, which corresponds to a higher number. If the core display is at +3, the aperture must be open 1 f-stop, for example from f8 to f5.6. Photomat writes on its website, the correction value is given in thirds of an aperture stop. +1 tells you to open the aperture 1/3 stop to get a correct exposure. On the other hand, -2 tells you to close the aperture by 2/3 f-stops. If you liked the video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. It's an easy way to support my work. Thank you very much and thank you for your interest in this video. Until my next presentation, I look forward to seeing you. Stay healthy, see you then.